Create itself. Gotta get underground. Gotta put in that work so it can make it count. It'll create itself. Gotta get underground. Gotta put in that work so it can make it count. It don't create itself, I'm sure you know. Many at gas and your body just blow. If you don't put it work, you never know. If you don't take a step, you never grow. You just keep dreaming about it and go, but you never put a foot on the road. Gotta be ready, you gotta be bold. Pick up a shovel and dig up a hole. You got a power, you gonna divide.
Zen Ray here. Welcome, Nick Nation, my band of brothers. We'll be on with Juby the Tubi family above everything.
We don't know what kind of alcohol and non-alcoholic beverages. We don't advertise alcohol, but we don't know what he's on.
Yeah, I agree. And his minions can't stop laughing on that nonsense that he's on over there. And he's asking for the house. I mean, he's the type of guy. He wants the house, the dog, and your wife if you can get that as well. And he'll probably throw that in the deal as well. But Kerry Cooper, K2 is hell of drugs. Danny boy must be smoking. Yes, Kerry, he's smoking something really good. Do we actually need Donovan Mitchell? Yes, he probably enhance the process a little faster. But let's build with the youth. We have a leader out there in RJ Barrett. He showed in the last 3 years, he's just getting better and better and better. Listen, right now, I think we're going to be going into the season with Jalen Brunson. He's going to lead the team. He's going to make, Randall better. He's going to make Fournier. There's going to be a lot of more spacing on the floor. We finally have a general, a person guiding the ship to the promised land. So we don't get Donovan Mitchell, but we have something very, very, very close to a Donovan Mitchell. And this is the man we're speaking about.
Misses the second. Barrett the rebound. 5-point game. Barrett drives on Westbrook, gets inside and throws it down.
Leave my
Nick
guy
Nation.
alone, man.
Nick Nation. Billy the GOAT, welcome. Thank you for coming on. If Leon walks away and Miami gets Spider, Leon will be fired. I don't think that's going to happen, Billy. This organization is pretty tight. They have something special going. Billy, if you were the GM and you were in Leon Rose's shoes, would you make that trade? I don't think so. I don't think any knowledgeable Knicks fan. I know, Billy, you're knowledgeable. Spider is not going to the Heat. The Heat they don't have the assets. They're going to come back to New York. New York has the best options. We have all the leverage in the world. I don't see what they want from the Heat. I don't see it. They can't give draft capital. They can't give the players we can give. They don't want no big contracts coming back, really. So, Billy, I respectfully disagree with you, but thank you, brother. I appreciate it, Billy. Thanks for coming on. If we ride with the young core, we won't even make the play-in. Our young core isn't that good. Knicks fans like to hype up guys. Well, you saw Obi Toppin 7 to 8 games. Look, we're not hyping our guys. I think right now the ball is in Tom Thibodeau's court, Juby. I think he's going to have a very, very good year, bounce back year, and trust young core of players coming in. Knicks don't have a closer. Spider is a closer. RJ can be that closer.
RJ is developing that, I think. I was just going to say that.
Eventually. But you're right. Right now, we don't have that closer. I agree with you, Billy. We don't have that closer yet. Can RJ Barrett be that closer? I think so.
But I got a little joke for you too, and just something. I know you watched the playoffs last season. Did the Spider close against Dallas, or did Brunson close them out? I'm just saying Brunson had a great series against Spider.
Yeah, Donovan Mitchell had a bad series, and we all had days like that. So, I mean, as much as we can easily criticize Donovan Mitchell, look, man, he is. You mentioned in last week's show, man, he is a guy who can come in and can dominate offensively on this team.
He can.
And like Billy says, he is a closer on the team. Because we don't right now, if you look at it, is Randall a closer on this team? He's hot and cold, man. He can be when his head is right, but he's not the type of closer you need. He's like a second, third option best. But Spider, he's a first option all the way. Thank you, Billy. I agree with you 100%. Thank you, Billy. Johnny Davis.
Hey, super chat.
$5 super chat. Oh, brother Johnny, I very grateful. Thank you, my friend. Johnny Davis, $5 super chat. The first one at Zenray Sports TV. We definitely have to work something out, Johnny Davis. Thank you, my friend. I appreciate your kindness. Juby, we keep the youth and do not mortgage our youth for one player. He's playing chess. He sometimes plays a little Chinese checkers in the draft, but he's a chess player. We'll let Danny Ainge continue playing checkers. I think the Knicks and Leon Rose come back to us. Listen, we have all the leverage in the world. Thank you, Kareem. G-Man, we really love Mitch on the Knicks, but not for RJ and 8 picks. What the F? What this man thinking? 6-7 picks at most, Evan Grimes and McBride. Look, I hate to give up Grimes, but like Juby says, you have to give something to get some return. Listen, I'll do that. I'll do that, and I won't throw him 7 picks.
I was just gonna say that you want 7 picks, then guess what? We're only gonna give you an Evan and a McBride and a Cam, and not a Grimes, and then we can maybe talk about 6 to 7. But if you want a Grimes and you want a McBride kind of deal, you're taking 2 out of our 4 young prospects, then you better tone that draft pick down to 4 or 5, 6. But even then, guys, I'm getting to a point like Zenray say that we just have to kind of move on.
I agree with G-Man, man. G-Man, thank you for your comment. That's a reasonable trade. I won't go about as far as 7 picks, but I'll go 5. Thank you, G-Man. G-Man, I want to keep Quick and Obi together at that second unit. Yeah, man, that second unit, keep Obi and Quick, man. Juby, this second unit can be something very, very, very special. I wanted to put a podcast from Russello's podcast. Check what he says about making this trade. Check him out. Hold on.
We're to grab Donovan Mitchell. That's a good thing. All right. Like if I had one sentence on this, I am for the Knicks getting Donovan Mitchell. I don't know what the price will be, but we all know how this works. Now, I think not just in basketball, not specific to this trade, but the way these things are talked about, I think there's a lot of us walking around that like to offer up problems for not even solutions, just things that are presented, right? Because what I've heard and what you will hear if Mitchell were to end up on the Knicks, or maybe, I don't know if something else could happen here, but it would be immediately met with, well, you're going to win a championship with Donovan Mitchell? And the answer is no. The answer is no. All right? There's no guarantees whatsoever. But I've always felt like as you get a little bit older and you'll talk to people like, oh, I'm thinking about doing this, or I'm thinking about doing this. There's too many people that their first instinct is to think of why the thing that you're talking about won't work. And there's still a really good chance. Like, it's the easiest thing in the world to do. Like, again, if we stay with basketball, when I've seen debate shows talk about players and say the one guy really likes the player and the other guy isn't as high on the player, the other guy is always going to win the argument by countering by saying, does that player guarantee you a championship? Think about what you're asking. Like, that means the guy defending the player has to say, yes, I am guaranteeing a championship. Winning is fucking hard. It is really, really hard. So if the criteria for any transaction is that it has to win a championship, then the guy that calls it out gets to win the arguments all the time, because it's a really easy argument to make and the odds are always in your favor.
Ryan makes a good point. Does Donovan Mitchell guarantee us a championship? Does it guarantee us even an Eastern Conference game going possibly to the championship game? It doesn't. So why not build with the youth, especially Danny Ainge? It's just being out of control, and it's pretty much laughable. It really is. I want to thank Die Hard Podcast for coming on. Legacy, Kareem, Smoking Nick, G-Man, Puerto Rico, my brother, for coming on. I appreciate Prezi the Boss, Smoking Nick, Kareem once again, Kerry Cooper, Nick Yak, Billy the Goat. Listen, Billy, man, I appreciate you, brother. Nick Nation, I just want to thank you, my band of brothers. Johnny Davis, once again, thank you for your $5 super chat, numero uno, number 1. Listen, everyone around the world, in the Caribbean, all my people from Puerto Rico, NYC, I just want to thank everyone for your kindness and just watching and bearing with us in terms of being on this platform for only about approximately 14 to 15 months. Thank you for subscribing and putting up your likes and leaving your comments. Knick Nation, my band of brothers. I just want to say, remember, never give up, knowing that the best is yet to come. With love, peace, and gratitude, Zen Ray out. Thank you.
Peace, everybody.
Never give up. Never give up. Knowing that the best is yet to come with love, peace, and gratitude.